welcome back to the History of Fleetwood Mac. I'm Anita. Today we're going to get into episode 4, pretty sure, of my volume 8 of my Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac scrapbooks. Continuing on with more Wild Heart era. Had so much, had to go into 2 volumes. So I ended, my last video seemed like it was pretty long, so I'm going to try and keep this one a little bit more concise. I appreciate everybody who watches them, and I try and make them a little bit short, though, so you know, try and keep a little story per video, not 10 in one time. So starting right off with some awesome pictures of Stevie from the Wild Heart tour. I'm pretty sure, I try, love to try and match things up. So if anything matches up, it's the kind of orange hue that goes with them, right? I've got something going on here. So this is Stevie. On the other side, these are some more of those photos I have mentioned in a prior video. There were some photos taken by a lady on eBay, and she kind of had, there was a few from Wild Heart era, and then some that I believe are going to be in the Rock Little section of my scrapbooks. This is a really neat photo card. I need to really go over this stuff before I start a video, don't I? Normally, I try and have 2 of something if something's on the back or I haven't taken a Xerox to show you what's on the other side. I want to say that this was a promo postcard sent out by Herbert Worthington around Wild Heart time, possibly promoting the calendar. Let's find out here if I haven't stapled it down. I have not. This looks like it was sent to somebody named Alan Welch, and this is Friday, July 20th, 1984. And it says, "Hi, I wanted to drop you a card to let you know that the 1985 Stevie Nicks calendar will be out very soon. The calendar was originally scheduled to be out and in the mail the first week of this month, but a few things have delayed its release. First, at Stevie's request, we are changing the calendar to run a standard January-December 1985 timeline instead of the previously scheduled September 84 through August of 85, which was kind of weird how he did that kind of mid-month, mid-year to mid-year. Secondly, Stevie's upcoming album Rock a Little has been delayed a couple months. It was our original intention to include at least 1 photograph from this album, but since everything was pushed back 6 to 8 weeks, it directly affected our production schedule. We will be off the presses and in the mails no later than August 29th, 1984. I want to apologize for the delay and thank you to those people who have already written to me about the situation. If this new release date is unsatisfactory and you wish to have your money returned, please notify us in writing and we will refund your money." Who would do that? Otherwise, thank you for your patience and look forward to one of the hottest rock and roll calendars for 1985. It's cool that it's a little postcard from that time. Yeah, this is something I'm probably going to have to, oh, looks like I can get this back in there. So yeah, oh, nope, just kidding. That was the remainder of the page. Another photo that I really like, just kind of a random concert photo. Just see Sharon over here. And I want to say Sandy Stewart, Lori, and Stevie. Then this one is a particularly favorite of mine. I was at that store in Hollywood where I got all the stuff from the scrapbook, and I was going through just a random box. This guy had boxes of stuff everywhere, and he tried to keep it pretty, like if he had certain pictures of a particular artist, he'd like keep the artist like, A, B, C, D, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes he would just have, boxes of random photos, and I found this one just random, and, I knew who they were, but I thought it was really cool. So this one is Marilyn Martin, Lori, and Sharon. Yeah, really like that one. Stands out. It's just kind of unusual. So many of these pages I have to put back together later. Coming up next was definitely a set. These are negatives that I bought. So there's a whole bunch to this set. And did I put down, let's see if I was genius enough. Probably not. Give myself too much credit. I'm going to have to find that out. Nope. Why would I do that? I have the date on these somewhere because they're on the negatives. Pardon me. I really had fun putting these pages together. This one particularly with my cool little accessory, making all this stuff. So cool. My scrapbooking prowess. Great photo here. An outtake or a page. Actually, honestly, no, this one is an actual photograph so that I did not have to cut up my my Wild Heart tour book because this is a picture that's in the tour book. And then more from that night. Okay, she's turned to the side there. So it was really cool. It seems like somebody used this one or something very similar in either an art piece. Can't recall. Could have been that one. I also don't have any recollection of there being a name on the negatives. Could well be, but I have nothing written down. I'm pretty sure the date is on that, which I need to get on these. Then we have some pictures here, a little collage of different stuff from the US Festival in my super 80s background. This is a cool little piece out of something. It is spooky. Old Stevie Nicks just keeps haunting the charts with her famed raccoon torture, distinctive and tasteful voice. Stevie Rooney has led quite the intriguing life too. Bet you didn't know that. Leather and Lace, once a humongous hit for Miss Stevie and Dirty Don Henley, was originally written for Waylon Jennings and wife Jessie Coulter. When they broke up, Stevie got custody of the baby. Such a weird write-up. Although she admits a desire to work with the Muppets, she denies all romantic links with Oscar the Grouch. She was the butt of a punny punk fave called Sit on My Face, Stevie Nicks. Her next artistic breakthrough will be A, a series of children's fairy tales, B, a concept album of macrobiotic recipes, or C, co-starring in an aquatic aerobicized video with Shamu the killer whale. You guess. She thinks she may be a reincarnation of the witch Rhiannon, immortalized in the song by Fleetwood Mac, so her publishing company is called Welsh Witch. Where do these people come up with this weird shit? I don't even know what the hell magazine that came out of. Jerks. This little excerpt here was from, I'm not sure. But this one here saying, making her second Festival appearance, this time without Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks found the show nerve-wracking but exciting. Joe Strummer of The Clash complained that the concert was pointless. What is it to be used for? That's Joe Strummer for you. More from, I really love these kind of clippings like this, kind of, again, with the whole 80s aesthetic out of a Japanese magazine. So it was really cool, both the little pictures here. Then these were photos I think I've shown you because they're kind of littered. I have them all over and they're going to be on the back too. I'm confident that these are just little pictures that I have from the Belladonna, like the rehearsals, or definitely one of the tour stops, maybe the Wiltern even. But I got them, and so many are so far away and kind of blurry and such that I just cut them up and I'm kind of just using them kind of as fillers. This is a really cool original like press photo. Again, more from the, so like all these things, like I said, don't really go. I kind of just put it together mostly with the white shawl. This one I knowingly put together incorrectly, mixing Belladonna with Wild Heart, but again, it was just kind of fillers and just kind of the theme I was getting anyway. It's kind of cool here. Some of these might be enlargements from a contact sheet that I have. I think that's what these are. These ones with white shawl. These again, I think are all rehearsal for Belladonna. They're kind of faded out like that. It's not just the light. That's why they're kind of little backdrop pieces, because you can clearly tell who they are, who it is and such like that, but they're so washed out to begin with. Two cool older photographs I've had for a while. This, I think, was a calendar. No, this is the calendar coming up next. But this was a big picture. You can see I kind of had to, like, again, it was on something, like that cling back or something like that. So you can just see all the stripes going down it. But I salvaged it pretty well. And again, here's more of that little filler stuff. Just before Bowie, Stevie Nicks gave what she may well regard as one of the best performances of her life. She was emotionally charged, and the insanity of her mystique was never deeper, or the intensity, insanity, oops. Part little girl lost, part femme fatale, she captivated the crowd with her beautiful video screen face, and during bows, other parts were too. Jesus. Her intricately phrased solos, Rhiannon, and dynamic exchanges with her band, especially guitarist Waddy Wachtel, especially on Quit Dragging My Heart Around. Behind her, drummer Russ Kunkel was inspiration, strength, and reliability. In a voice stained with tears, Nicks concluded by telling the crowd, "If you ever feel you don't matter, I want you to know something. I want to tell you something. To me, you're the only thing in the world that matters." Definitely one of her most sentimental performances. Although we got a lot of sentimentality the other night at the Portland show with her doing Lighthouse and, telling us that it's our anthem and to take it. It was just really a poignant moment. So we have some more stuff coming from the US Festival, but I'm going to end this video here. It looks like possibly I can wrap up the rest of Wild Heart in the next video. So I will save that, and kind of a short book, but still it's so much to just be one book, as you can tell. So thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time, and we'll wrap up. I think part 5 of volume 8 will be the last one. So then after that, we'll figure out what to start next. Thank you so much and have a great night. Bye.